Of Amari Stoudemire, Donnie Walsh. Donnie, we hear so much about this new era of Knicks basketball today. How much does this signing change the atmosphere of this team?
Well, it really is an important signing because he's 6'9". He can play center or power forward. He's a player that can impose his will on the game, and there are very few of those guys. That, in other words, when he makes his mind up, there aren't many players in the league that can stop him from doing what he's going to do. And we really haven't had anyone quite like that since I've been here. So it makes you feel good to have a go-to guy like that.
One of the top free agents available in this crazy summer of 2010. And how important was it that he was a player for Mike D'Antoni and excelled in the system and the offense that coach likes to play?
Well, I think that from our standpoint it was important because Mike knew what he could do. He also knew his personality, and I think the way he came into New York shows it. He walked in like, I'm here, you know, and I think that he'll thrive in New York because of that. I think he welcomes a challenge. I think he wants to be here, and those are all important things to me. I know that.
He made a bold statement by saying the Knicks are back. What did you think of that?
Well, I was happy for his confidence, and I hope that people didn't take off on him for saying that, but that's the kind of player you want to come in here. You know, you want to come into the Knicks, guys that think they're going to do well and they're going to make a difference.
With the young players that you have already here, Gallinari, Chandler, Tony Douglas, when a player like this comes in, you talk about his all-stars that he's won, Rookie of the Year, but also he was on a team that went to 3 Western Conference Finals. How is that a piece or someone that you haven't had before? What kind of impact can it bring to these players here now?
Well, the further you go in the playoffs, the more schooled you become, and the higher level you play on. Because in deep in the playoffs, people take away your best move. People don't let you do, you know, what you think you're going to do, and so you've got to come up with other stuff. He's been through that. I saw the same thing happen when I was in Indiana, to Reggie Miller, to Rick Schmitz. You know, they get to a point where no matter what you do, that they know how to get their game off, and he's at that stage.
Besides what he's done on the court, Amari, he seems to be friends with everybody in the league. So how now do you move forward? You know, these players know what he can do on the court. How can you use him to start bringing in those other pieces?
Well, he'll be a magnet because there are a lot of players out there want to play with him. You know, and some of the more talented players because he's a big man, and they all want to play with big guys. So I think it'll be very helpful.
You waited 2 years for a signing like this. You did a lot of work, background work, to clear that cap space, and there was still room. You talked about the money to continue signing or trading. Where do the Knicks stand right now, waiting on this LeBron James announcement today?
Well, we're way under the cap. I mean, compared to where we've been before, even with signing Amari. So we have enough money to sign one of the top guys, and we have enough money to sign 2 or 3 of the guys that are real good players.
As far as waiting to hear what LeBron has to say tonight, what kind of information are you getting from his camp?
None. I mean, we've basically been told that they'll call everybody up that didn't win, I guess, at the same time. So, and they've been particularly quiet about, you know, what their intentions are, I guess because they don't want it to get out right now.
Is there any hope right now?
Oh, yeah. I always have hope.
What would be a plan B, a plan C, and how will that go into action immediately at, say, 9:15?
Well, in some ways, it's already in action because, you know, we want to move quickly depending on whatever whatever LeBron says. And so we'll be ready to go right away.
So what are some of the key positions, key players that immediately you would want to fill this team with if there isn't a LeBron?
Well, if you look at Mike's style, you got to have guys that can shoot the ball and can make plays, no matter what their size. And that is something Amari can do. I mean, he's 6'9", 6'10", but he can make plays. I mean, he can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot from outside. He can take the ball to the goal. He can take the ball to the goal and pass to someone else. Those are the kind of players that we're looking for.
A lot of reports today about a possible sign-and trade with David Lee to get a group of players. Is something like that possibly in the works right now?
Well, we're looking at, you know, not just David Lee, but we're looking at deals like that now.
All right, well, Donnie, good luck the rest of the way, and we'll be talking to you as you continue to add the pieces to the New York Knicks for the 2010-11 season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, a very big day for Donnie Walsh here, something that he has been planning and working on since he came to New York in 2008.